Oh, it's just the way we're trying to trash everyone's here. I'm sorry, you guys should
to give it to them. I said, unless you guys record it, then I'll give it to you.
I appreciate you,
Really, I hate that. Talking to my friend.
Well, for
We have
sure.
a water tub in the office.
We got to go to Jersey town.
And I water that. I don't know that, but if I don't think it's like a whole thing of ice.
How you doing?
Productive, and I clean my house for that, so I could honestly for 4 hours. I mean, it's not bad in this way because there's nobody
You know, that's good feeling. Not yet. We were supposed to go on the train.
That's what I thought.
Didn't work out.
Oh, for the beach?
My mom's using the excuse that she doesn't want to leave her dog behind.
Oh my God, that's what my mom was saying.
Tina, good morning. Good morning.
Worked out well.
This is good water. No, not at all.
How are you?
Yeah,
Hey! You know, it's funny. I've been at all these different events where he's at. That's the first time I shook his hand. I didn't even realize he was walking right next to me.
Oh, right now? You got all staff reporting that now that I actually oh no. Okay. Because United Lays because it comes through United Lays. People that our new commissioner for Stephanie, they were supposed to be here, but everything happened.
And it said, Disney Executive Director of Harvard. They didn't even know.
Something else while
Oh, okay. We took a test.
Have you seen it? No, I haven't.
Any more kids?
I'm reserving a cruise right after this for my family, so my sister. My sister's been
You know, we got to get
so it's just for my birthday.
I have a map in my
You're like, oh, 10 rooms, and I know, okay, just the first one, and then you all go on your own.
What's apartment?
So it'd be like all inclusive type?
No, not at all. Just be like at least a place to stay, you know, and then they can get their own license. And it's like, I was gonna say that. It's not like I want to be there for
I left them at a year before.
People don't have to come on the weekend. They can come for that. Like they can come on the weekend. You know what I mean? So I was like, have you been with me since then?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, I'll start saving my money.
Actually, that's my choice.
that's where I was like, I would love to check this off my bucket list in my career. And if people want to
that is related to the Medicaid situation.
yes, okay.
And that's kind of where a lot of what we did was workforce grants. So I've been in housing,
Okay.
but then what a lot of what we did was workforce grants to help CHA residents and workforce payments. And so I kind of got into workforce. And then that fund subsidies their money and that's kind of what the Chicago just for out of the there was 13 county and 2 city organizations. So yeah, that happened in July of 2012. And I think I started
the details of our family story.
How is that? So,
I really, after my experience in the city, I never thought I'd go back to work.
In terms of, Camille, but she was like a CCS, worked around education, being a person that specializes in social emotional learning. She's another person that's been out for
of course, it's always other duties as a
that grant, you learn information exchange project that we oversee has an IT component, and I'm like, hey, I can understand what y'all are doing, but I don't know if it's really actually learning.
I'm going to trust you. You're going to this is my first time. I was there for 5 years before I headed over to the city. Yeah. So, this is kind of, I turned down the corner here and I was like, wow. It's been a bit since I've looked at it. I've only been, so October will be 3 years that I've been in. Yeah, and I was at the center for
yeah, man, just get it done.
how things are. Yeah, but it's been good. I've learned so much.
I had somebody tell me, like, it's like everybody should work in government for these things. Well,
Right? If it's not the hand, it's the knee.
oh, you're inside.
That's serious, dude. And when is that? When is that happening? Oh, you have it scheduled. Oh, okay. Before Christmas? I'm right there.
Hi, how are you?
What's the rest of your business?
Hey, what's up?
Testing. Come on. Hi, everyone, and welcome, and good morning. Good morning. I want to welcome everyone to the grand opening and the ribbon cutting celebration for the 211 Metro Chicago Call Center. My name is Cherie Lee, and I am the director of our call center here. I'm very excited to be here with everyone today. On behalf of my entire team, which is a number of 50 plus, we are excited for everyone to be here and celebrating with us. Within our amazing new center here, the Xchange Center, right here in our Grand Crossing neighborhood. I'm excited and have a connection myself to this neighborhood. My children went to Gary Comer Middle School. They're now in college. I don't want to show my age, but they did go there. And it was very, very important for me to be a part of this initiative. Again, being a part of the Gary Comer and living in this area before, I have a strong connection to what we're doing here. Essentially having our call center right here in our Grand Crossing area. So I'm excited to have that connection to our Gary Comer partners, and we are excited that everyone is here to see this with everyone. Now, 211 Metro Chicago is a 24/7 health and services. We provide these services over the phone, via text, or in any way that you can get to us on our website as well. These social services that we provide to our community members are referrals that are within their community. So, sorry about that. So we have shelter, food, rental assistance, all of these things are within their community. Just to give you an outlook of how a call looks, someone can give us a call and say, hey, you know, I'm having trouble with some rent assistance here. What we do is gather their information and we see if we can find someone within their general geographic area that can help them. We take pride in the work that we do here, and we've been open for 2 years, so we're very, very excited to be a part of the community here. Operating in this amazing facility on the south side of Chicago, will provide a physical space for tools and local resources that is here. So this is our physical space, and we're enjoying this. We do have our resource navigators that work right out of this center here, and they are a part of our community as well. So they know about the struggles that our community members are having, and they are very empathetic to that. So, okay. So you'll learn much more about the impact that 211 has been across the Cook County area. You'll learn more from the people that will be coming after me. I would want to say thank you to all of you again. I'm so excited that everyone is here. I can't stop smiling. I'm just so excited for everyone that has been supporting us, supporting my staff, supporting us all as a team. We are so happy that you're here. Now, I would like to invite Greg Mooney, president of the Comer Science and Education Foundation, to talk about the vision of the Exchange Center and the importance of tenants, partnership, and with organizations such as United Way and 211.
Thank you, Cherie. I'd like to again welcome everyone to Greater Grand Crossing, the Comer Education Campus, and now Exchange Chicago. And thank you to President Preckwinkle, Mayor Johnson, Alderman Yancey, Alderman Rodriguez, and all the many United Way supporters for being here today as we celebrate this exciting grand opening. In my capacity with Comer, I also have the privilege of serving as the board president of Exchange Chicago, a new commercial hub that represents so much more than a building. Exchange will soon be home to an onshore IT delivery center anchored by the trailblazing Chicago company SDI Presence and fellow founding partner P33. It will also house new local culinary amenities, and now today, thanks to United Way's commitment, our city and county's dynamic 211 contact center. Each enterprise is tapping local talent into the jobs created here, knowing this talent will deliver business results, driving growth and opportunity for Chicago while helping to make our great city even stronger. Now, anyone who has spent time in this neighborhood knows the tremendous people are its #1 asset and its backbone. Working together locally, coupled with both public and private investments, we're creating the conditions for new commercial activity on this historic South Chicago Avenue corridor. Not simply to generate economic impacts, but to become an embedded part of the fabric of this vibrant community. Now, it should not surprise anyone here today that United Way was quick to lean in and join SDI in anchoring this center. Under Sean's incredible leadership, for years now, United Way has been executing an inspiring vision and strategy, one that places an intentional premium on neighborhoods and deep, long-lasting, community-based partnerships. We continue to be incredibly enthusiastic and humbled to team up and welcome 211 into this new innovation hub, and more importantly, this very special part of our city. As local leaders in Grand Crossing like to say, we're greater together. And we all know that United Way walks that walk each and every day. And so now it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Sean Garrett, a friend to communities all across Chicago, and an amazing leader so many of us admire. Sean?
Well, Greg, first of all, thank you to you and your team. You guys have been amazing, and we are thrilled to be your partner, and every step of the way, you guys have been great, so thank you for everything you've done. I also just want to highlight how amazing the woman who kicked us off, Cherie, is. She leads a team who every single day, 24 hours a day, is there when somebody calls in a time of need. And no one's calling 211 on a good day, let's be honest. They're going through, they've struggled, they've been trying to get somewhere and they haven't been able to get the help they need. And Cherie's team, first and foremost, meets them with dignity. She makes sure that they're heard and seen, and then they connect them with resources all across our community. And they do that constantly. We're talking about 1,000 people a day, sometimes a lot more. And her team looks up to her, and so we're incredibly grateful to have a leader like Cherie. So thank you, Cherie. Today's a really special day, and I want to thank the folks who got us here today. First and foremost, President Preckwinkle and the county team, Sochi and Dom, I saw earlier. You all were with us at the very beginning when we launched this 3 years ago. Incredibly grateful for your support. Mayor Johnson and the team at the city, you guys have been amazing. Alders Rodriguez Sanchez and Yancy, thank you for being here with us today. Commissioners Miller, Anaya, and Degnan, thank you all for being here today. The partnership between the city and county to support 211 is unique. It's unique around the country, and it's actually now the blueprint for how 211s are being looked at around the country. And so we're grateful for this partnership that's come together this way. I also want to thank our friends at P33. I know a few of you are here today. They have been thought partners with us in so many different aspects of 211, but certainly for the work that we've done here in the opening of this center. And then to the philanthropic community, we're incredibly grateful. We have all of their supporters listed over there, but two I want to call out in particular, Julie Weiland, who I call the godmother of 211. She was with us from the very beginning, bringing in so many people from the foundation community. And then Shauna Hayes and the Northern Trust team, who are our first corporate supporters of 211. We're just really grateful that this is truly a public and private partnership, and it allows us to do things that we couldn't do alone if it was just one leg or the other, but having everyone together makes us so much stronger. And finally, I want to thank our friends over at SDI Presence. We're thrilled to be your guys' partner. We've been longtime partners, actually. We were joking earlier, we've been having conversations for years, but to be able to be co-located with you is something that means a lot to us, and we're looking forward to doing this work together. You know, today marks an important moment in 211's history. It's a day that was really, at this point now, 17 years in the making. That's how long it's taken for 211 here in Chicago to arrive. And that's not something we're proud of, to be clear. We were the last big city in America to get 211. But because of the work that we were able to do with so many of our partners over the last 3 years, we now have one of the most advanced 211s in the entire country that are serving our residents in ways that we can innovate every single day. That's particularly important on a day like today, when we think about all the changes and uncertainty that residents and neighbors are facing. They're looking for help. And while we are incredibly proud to partner with community partners around our region, one of the most important things that we are doing right now at 211 is actually recording all the data about what the calls are telling us. Because in real time, every single day now, we know where the spikes are around the region. We know what people are calling about, and how, when people are having to make those tough choices at home, what are the calls that they're making to 211 to get help. And that way we're able to work with our partners at the city and county and the philanthropic community to respond. And that's really the future of 211. It's not only to be able to be there and provide a dignified way to connect directly with residents, but it's also to give us this deep set of data that tells us where those needs are, what we need to do differently, and how we can respond. And in times like uncertainty, that's really important. And so we're really grateful for that partnership and the work that everyone here is a part of. Thank you, guys. Our fire department is welcoming us as well, so thank you to them. It's my great privilege, though, at this point to turn it over to our friend, President Preckwinkle. President Preckwinkle, before 211 was a thing, was part of a conversation with us, and we said, we think it's time. This is the middle of the pandemic. We are the only city in America who doesn't have this. Let's figure this out. And not only did she say yes, she and her whole team leaned in and were incredibly powerful partners. And so, President Preckwinkle, it's my privilege to turn it over to you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm grateful to be here. It's a great day. I want to thank all of you for being here to celebrate this milestone. Bringing the 211 Metro Chicago Center to Grand Crossing is a meaningful example of United Way's commitment to building stronger, more connected communities. Thank you to Sean Garrett, President and CEO of the United Way of Metro Chicago. Cherie, did I say it right? All right, good. Cherie Lee, 211 Metro Center, Contact Director, right? Greg Mooney, President of Comer Science and Education Foundation. Jackie Rosa, who's Vice President of Strategic Initiatives for United Way. I'm grateful to all of you for making this day possible. Thank you so much. Let me just say a few words about Sean. I've been in this job for 15 years. And prior to his coming 7 years ago, we basically had no connection with United Way. And when he came, he reached out to me, and I'm sure a lot of you in this audience, to see how United Way could partner with you. And I am grateful to him beyond measure for the good work that he's done, not just on this, but he's helped us in a lot of our place-based investments. And I am appreciative of United Way's good work, and in particular, appreciative of his leadership. So thank you, Sean. I'd like to acknowledge as well the Cook County Commissioners who've joined us today, Commissioner Anaya and Commissioner Degnan. Commissioner McCaskill, thank you for joining us. And I believe that Commissioner Donna Miller has a representative here as well. Mayor Johnson, we're grateful that you joined us. I know this initiative started under your predecessor, and we're grateful for your continued support. Alders Desmond Yancey, this is your ward, and Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez, thank you for joining us. And I would be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge Deputy Mayor for Infrastructure, Lori Lipson, with whom I work on the Public Building Commission. I also want to acknowledge our own leadership in Cook County, our Bureau Chief, Sochi Flores, who's joined us today, as well as Dom Tossi and Project Director Dina Al-Khatib. Thank you so much for my own team. Appreciate it. And I want to acknowledge David Gupta. A couple years ago, I was discouraged by the fact that I didn't see the business community stepping up to help us address the violence that we were seeing as the pandemic engulfed us. And I won't name names of people that I talked to and tried to engage and had no luck at all. Either blank stares or not my job. But, as I was saying, I had a conversation with David Gupta, and I think of all the people I spoke to, he was the one who took my words most to heart. And I just want to thank him for the investments that he's made in the young people in our communities and the way in which SDI has stepped up to help us. Thank you, David. You can stand up. All right, so thank you all for being here and for your support. Today we're celebrating the power of connection. 211 Metro Chicago links residents directly to critical resources they need, whether that's housing assistance for a family, food support for a senior, or job help for somebody who's been recently laid off. By opening this new call center in Xchange, Chicago, 211 is strengthening its presence in Grand Crossing and contributing to neighborhood vibrancy and economic revitalization. Many of our residents still lack the resources to access online services. So I'm going to confess here that when I need online help, I go to my daughter or my grandkids. Something about the gray hair, right? Through the good work of 211, we can now connect people to digital tools and support for education, jobs, benefits, and more, regardless of their online proficiency. Since its launch in January 2023, 211 has engaged almost 200,000 people, and made more than 380,000 referrals. Nearly 92,000 went to suburban residents, where resources are often harder to identify and utilize. These connections are only possible through strong collaboration. So thank you to the United Way, the City of Chicago, the Exchange, and many partners who've stepped up to sustain and grow this service. Because of your partnership, 211 is not just a helpline, it's a lifeline for our residents. So as we look ahead, we remain committed to expanding 211 and ensuring that every Cook County resident knows they have a place to turn to when they need help the most. We're grateful to all of you for your help and support of this critical work. And please know you can count on Cook County as a partner in the work ahead. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the mayor of the City of Chicago. Please welcome Brandon Johnson.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Good morning, everyone. It is really great to be with you all. It's a very proud moment to be here to celebrate the expansion of the 211 Metro Chicago right here, this grand opening in this beloved community. This center here that is in the midst of Grand Crossing will certainly be a lifeline for people across Chicago and Cook County. And since its launch in 2023, the 211 Metro Chicago call line has been an essential lifeline for residents of Chicago and Cook County who need help navigating the social services industry. With so many incredible community organizations and nonprofits across the city who offer help to residents, it can be difficult to know where to begin or where to turn for help. Navigating support should not be a maze, but it should not be difficult. It should be accessible. And the 211 call line centralizes that support and resources that are available to so many people, making it much easier for people to actually experience support and help. Every day, 24/7, our residents can turn to the helping hands at 211 when they need food assistance, a place to sleep, help paying their utility bills, or just help navigating the complex services such as disability services or legal assistance, re-entry programs, immigration assistance, and so much more. The fact that the 211 Metro Chicago has fielded more than 450,000 calls for support in multiple language shows that this support was needed in Chicago and throughout Cook County. I'm proud that the City of Chicago can continue our partnership with Metro Chicago and Cook County to expand this essential service into new permanent contact center that will be home to more than 50 full-time call takers. So Cherie, if you need some help figuring out how to manage multiple staff, see my Deputy Mayor Lori Lipson. This program is all about providing dignity and stability. It's also about creating opportunities for the community throughout Chicago and throughout Cook County. The 211 Metro, it's here to serve every person, whether you are a young person searching for stability, a family trying to make the ends meet, or an individual in crisis. You matter to our city, and you will be met with compassion. This is a testament to who we are as Chicagoans. We are a city of people who show up for one another. We are a city of people who know that the path to safe, affordable, and thriving communities must be a path of investing in our neighborhoods. And by establishing the permanent call center in Grand Crossing, we are not only responding to our residents' needs, but also investing in employment opportunities and the vitality of the Grand Crossing community. At a time when there is so much fear and division in our nation, I'm grateful to see that Chicago and Cook County can act in unity and that we can lead with compassion. And finally, I do want to thank all of the leaders and agencies and community partners who have come together to create and expand the 211 Metro Chicago call line. With this new contact center, it includes so much support and need that has certainly been proven that we can respond to. Thank you to all of my former colleagues of the county board. Thank you to both of our alders, Desmond Yancey and Rodriguez Sanchez. You'll hear from both of them. Thank you to the board president. Thank you, Sean, and of course, Greg. Thank you to the entire Exchange Chicago. So thank you for your leadership, for centering on the needs of Chicago's residents and communities and making sure that that is the central focus of our work. And so I look forward to the continued partnership and support of the 211 Metro Chicago to ensure that our city always protects the humanity of all of our people. Thank you very much. And with that, I do believe you are now going to hear, it is my privilege and honor to bring to the podium the Alder of the 33rd Ward, Alder Rosana Rodriguez Sanchez.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rosana Rodriguez Sanchez. I am the alderperson of the 33rd Ward, and I'm also the chair of the Committee on Health and Human Relations for the City of Chicago. And I am so proud to be here today. I was thinking about the fact that if there was a moment in time when we needed this to exist, is right now. I am in my second term now, and I think a lot about coming into a role that implies so much responsibility. How difficult it is when we have to face our neighbors, our constituents, and sometimes we can't help them. Sometimes we don't have the tools to do that, and we do everything that we can, and sometimes we still fall short. At a moment when we are so on edge and we are losing so much of the care structures for our communities, having the call center, having a place where we can actually provide for our communities is such an incredible blessing. I want to say that now, yes, I want to absolutely celebrate this moment. I am so happy that we get to do this today. And then tomorrow, we also need to continue educating our communities and informing them so that they know that this resource exists. And as chair of the Committee on Health and Human Relations, one of the most important things that I'm doing right now is ensuring that all of my colleagues in City Council know how to access and how to inform their constituents of how to access 211. And we're going to be knocking on doors, and we're going to be doing briefings and talking to people about the importance of being able to access the 211 network. I think a lot of people in this moment want to help, and a lot of times people don't know how to help. And just giving them the tools to know that if they don't know how to help, they can tell their neighbor, let's call 211 and we're gonna figure it out. It's just a huge asset, and I'm very, very glad that we get to have that in our communities. I'm gonna say all of this in Spanish really quick. Mi nombre es Rosana Rodríguez, soy la concejal del Distrito 33 y soy la presidenta del Comité de Salud y Relaciones Humanas en la ciudad de Chicago. Y estoy bien contenta de estar aquí hoy. Estamos en un momento bien difícil en nuestras comunidades y tener este recurso para que nuestras comunidades sepan cómo ayudarse unos a otros, para que en nuestras oficinas, cuando vienen personas buscando servicios, podamos darle un mejor servicio. Es bien importante en un momento donde tenemos tanto miedo, en donde tantos programas están siendo recortados y necesitamos poder tener un instrumento como el 211 para poder ayudar a nuestras comunidades a cuidarse unos a otros. Así que vamos a seguir haciendo el trabajo de información, de educación, para que todo el mundo sepa cómo poder ayudarse. And now I would like to invite to the podium my colleague Desmond Yancey.
Hola. No kidding. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. To President Preckwinkle, Mayor Johnson, Alderperson, Chairwoman Rodriguez Sanchez, Commissioners Anaya Degnan, and who else is here? McCaskill. Thank you all for coming, and all distinguished members of the Cook County Board joining us this morning. I'd also like to give thanks to Ms. Cherie Lee, Mr. Greg Mooney, Mr. Sean Garrett, and the leaders of the Comer Science Education Foundation, 211 Metro Chicago, Xchange Chicago, and the United Way. It's a great day in the 5th Ward, y'all. And it is such a joy to bear witness with you today, the latest step in the revitalization of Greater Grand Crossing. Xchange Chicago and 211 Metro Chicago breathe new life into this neighborhood and give new meaning and new opportunities to each of our neighbors, and for that we're grateful. Look at what's been done here, and look at what it will deliver. Technology training, something so desperately needed in this community. This training will naturally generate hundreds of high-growth jobs and for newly skilled Greater Grand Crossing residents. And lastly, for high-performing businesses, whether MBE, WBE, DBE, or VBE, Greater Grand Crossing is the spot for growth opportunities and new business hubs. And that's all right here in the 5th Ward. Along with these tangibles, they're what I'd call immeasurables, right? Things we can't really count, but we'll feel. Xchange and 211 Metro Chicago give Greater Grand Crossing residents a new sense of pride and hope and power. And this is what's possible when community, government, business, nonprofits, foundations, and others all come together to do what's necessary to create beautiful and thriving communities. And for that, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to SCDI Presence, P33, United Way, and all of our community partners for this investment in Black communities. So with that, I'd like to bring up my colleagues on the other side of the building from Cook County Board. We'll go in alphabetical order, so Commissioner Alma Anaya, please come. Thank you.
Good morning. It is a special day indeed. I'm extremely excited to be here. My name is Alma Anaya. I'm Cook County Commissioner of the southwest side of the city of Chicago. I represent a majorly Latino district, majorly immigrant district, and it is wonderful to kind of see when a lot of the projects actually come and we're in a space where we're finally celebrating the beauty of it. So I have the privilege of being the vice chair of the Health and Hospitals Committee, the chair of Labor, and the vice chair of Business and Economic Development at the county. And I say that because a lot of the work in regards to labor, the workforce, the community vitality, the importance of healthcare access, housing, all of that is bread and butter to what the county has been doing in the last few years, not only during the pandemic, but I will say under Madam President's leadership the last 15 years. And the celebration today is that one piece to create that stability that so many community members need. Because when you're in a rocky place and it seems like the world around you is collapsing and you don't know where to turn, or when you don't know what exactly you could step into and what door you need to figure out how to open and where to go, a call and a referral is a lifeline. A call, a referral, a kind word, Cherie, I know you know that. The dignity that is brought into this building and out into Cook County is what is a lifeline in the long run. And I can't tell you how many times, you know, Alderwoman Rodriguez, I know what you're talking about. I know when constituents come to us crying, not knowing what to turn, where to turn and what to do in a situation. We see it with our neighbors, we see it with our constituents, but maybe some of us have lived it through, right? You know, I often talk about my mom being a single mom of four, us having to go through homelessness, us not really knowing what to do. And I can't tell you what that resources and what the exchange is bringing forward could have done to our families, and that's happening constantly. And yes, our safety nets are under attack constantly. So it is extremely important for us to step up, be brave, and do everything in our power to ensure that the collaboration continues, that the work continues, and the success stories continues. Because ultimately, that's why we're here, because we want to see the success stories, and we want to ensure that places like this, where compassion, love are at the core of it, continue to flourish here in the city of Chicago, and of course, in the county of Cook. Hola, buenas, ya casi tardes. Me llamo Almanaya, soy comisionada del 7º Distrito del Condado de Cook. Y hoy sí es un día muy especial, porque abriendo las puertas y de un edificio como estos y los recursos, continuándolos en esta forma, es lo que va a cambiar a nuestras comunidades. Es lo que va a traer ese apoyo tan necesario a todas nuestras comunidades. Porque cuando una persona se sienta que no tiene los recursos, no tiene a dónde voltear o con quién ir o con quién acudir, cosas malas continúan pasando a esa persona. Y nosotros, con la colaboración que estamos hoy celebrando con la ciudad en el condado, es algo que va a salvar vidas y va a traer muchos recursos que tienen que estar accesibles a nuestras comunidades. Y por eso hoy celebramos, porque hoy es una celebración de lo que se puede hacer cuando hay esa colaboración con la ciudad y con el condado y con muchos de los que están hoy día. And now I'd like to bring my colleague, Bridget Degnan, up to share a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Bridget Degnan, and I am the Cook County Commissioner for the 12th District, which covers parts of Chicago's north and northwest sides. But I know that we all know that when you fall on hard times or that you need help, it doesn't matter what ward you're in, what county district, what block. What matters is that you have help and access to services, which makes me so thrilled to be here today for the grand opening and ribbon cutting of the new 211 Metro Chicago Contact Center at Xchange Chicago. With this new center, many more people will be referred to life-changing and life-saving services. Many more people will be housed, more people will be fed, and lives will be saved. I think the people that know me here today know that I'm terrible at sugarcoating negatives. So I will say that I see every single day, I read news and see social media reports that some people want us to move towards being a heartless nation, cutting all programs that support those in need. Many of those people are running the federal government. But locally, we can and will help improve and reverse reckless policy outcomes of the federal administration. We are our neighbors' keepers, and it is on us to provide social safety nets and resources to connect people to it. If we don't, we're failing at our #1 obligation, which is to keep residents safe. Locally, we must provide an environment that includes policies that don't punish people in need. And that's why today is so important. Everybody here today, the people of Chicago, the people of Cook County, have heart. I see it. We all see it everywhere we go. People are ready to step up and help others. And that's what the county and the city and we are all here today doing, helping expand the 211 Metro Chicago Service Referral Helpline. Since its launch over 2 years ago, 211 has referred over 180,000 people to life-changing services. Make no mistake, this is life-changing work. It's life-saving work. But we must do more at the local and the state level to increase the supply of basic living necessities so that when people call and need housing, providers can deliver. We know more people call about housing than any other issue. This year, approximately 60% of the calls have been about housing, and the cost of local housing here outpaces the national housing cost by a multiplier of 3 to 4. We must take an all-government approach to build more housing and make it available to everyone who needs it. I applaud the city of Chicago, who has done a ton to reduce red tape, and I applaud the county and Madam President to help build and convert housing for the unhoused, the modular home project, and our mortgage down payment assistance program. Today, I want to especially thank the United Way of Metro Chicago President and CEO Sean Garrett, my colleagues here today, President Preckwinkle, Sochi Flores, and Dominic Tossi of the Bureau of Economic Development, and their many dedicated staff, and all those at the City of Chicago, the mayor and the aldermen here today. The people who, most importantly, are answering the phone lines, the chats, and the emails providing life-saving referrals. And specifically, the county has supported NAMI, which is the National Association for Mental Illness, and so many other mental and behavioral health supports through its hospital system to support people. And to get referred for a range of life-changing services. You can also text your zip code to 898-211 or email at info@211metrochicago.org with specific questions. Thank you so much, and I would like to next introduce the 211 Metro Chicago Resource Navigator.
Why don't you give Commissioner McCaskill?
Oh, and Commissioner McCaskill, apologies. Thank you, come on up.
Good morning. I am Dr. Kishi McCaskill. I am your 5th District Cook County Commissioner. So I'm happy to say I got 5 on it too. We got 5 on it. So, but good morning. This is a very important and very, it just overjoys me that we're coming together in partnership with the leadership actually demonstrating the good governance that we so often speak about. It warms the hearts of our neighbors when they can actually see that we're putting our efforts where we actually speak. So when we talk about the different programs that are available, if they don't know they exist, then they really don't exist. They are only lucrative if they're being utilized. So I want to thank all of our leadership that are here, my president, Tony Preckwinkle, Mayor Brandon Johnson, our alder people, our commissioners, and all of the staff, because you are the foundation of how well this organization is going to work. I also want us to make sure that we keep in mind as we move forward, in the wake of all of the things that are happening within our communities, this is not only going to be a lifeline for the neighbors and our constituents, but it's also going to be a lifeline to our emergency service organizations who need the relief. So often they're taking calls from people that could easily call 211, which would relieve some of their, the busyness that they have in trying to respond to all of these individuals. So let's work together to get this information out. I see this as a proactive effort, not only just dealing with those people that have issues now, but utilizing this moment right now to bring other businesses and organizations in to be a part of this. So often you hear people say, I didn't know. So let's all work together congruently to make sure that everyone is actively involved and everyone here has an active voice with our networks, which I know some of them are larger than others. Definitely yours is larger than mine. But we want to make sure we get this information out because this is a good thing. And in the wake of our need for victim services, as we deal with the different crimes that are happening, we want to make sure that people are in touch and they're intact and they know that we care. That's the most important thing. This center helps us to be proactive. It helps us to track. It helps us to get information out. And most importantly, again, it demonstrates good governance because in Cook County, and in the city of Chicago, we care. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to bring forward 211 Metro Chicago Resource Navigator, Ms. Nina Singleton.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Nina Singleton. I have been a resource navigator for 211 Metro Chicago for a little bit over a year. As a resource navigator, I have personally witnessed how life-changing 211 can be. Not just for people who reach out for help, but for me as well. I was born and raised in Chicago. This city means so much to me and has shaped the person I am today. From bike riding and taking long walks at the lakefront, to enjoying the always lively music festivals that bring together thousands of people from all over, to the food that you can hardly find anywhere else, the city has plenty of joy to offer. Chicago is vibrant and filled with many people who care about their community, who are also actively engaged in ongoing efforts to improve the spaces we all share. I love this city, which is why it's especially hard knowing not everyone who has what they need to get by. This is why my job at 2-in-1 is so important and truly makes a difference in people's lives. Someone recently called 2-in-1 and told me she had moved to the Chicago area to care for their aging parent. She could no longer stay with her parent and was temporarily staying in a vacant house for a few nights. She did not have any family or friends in the area who could help. This person called the Entry Point Call Center, one of the homelessness service helplines operated through 2-in-1. She was searching for resources that could help her find food and secure permanent housing. She told me she had spoken to at least 5 other organizations that could not help. Despite feeling down and defeated from having to explain her story over and over again, I could hear how resilient and how strong she was. I completed a brief screening to help her access safe shelter and shared a referral to housing and other resources. While I thought this may have been the end of our interaction, the following week the same person contacted 2-in-1 again, but this time she requested help with rental assistance to move into a new apartment. She said she was ecstatic and grateful for 2-in-1 because not only did she find housing and resources to meet her needs, but her support system had grown, all thanks to having the courage to make one more call for help that day. For me, 2-in-1 is all about building relationships and letting someone know they aren't alone. People call 2-in-1 in a time of crisis, sometimes on their worst day. I'm here to be empathetic, respectful, and knowledgeable. I am someone who will listen and help them find what they need in their neighborhood or nearby. Some of the clients have called me back just like the person I mentioned earlier, looking for new or different resources, and they know me by name. They recognize my voice. I hope this connection does bring them some sort of comfort. I'm here for them, and I work hard to connect them to what they need most. I'm grateful to be a part of this incredibly meaningful work. I look forward to helping thousands more people through 2-in-1 in the months and years to come. I'd like to welcome Jackie Rosa, Vice President of Strategic Initiatives of United with Metro Chicago, back to the podium.
Nina is what truly makes 2-in-1 special. It's being able to get that compassionate voice on the other end of the line when you're looking for services, which we all know can be very stressful. So now I have the pleasure and the fun part of getting our wonderful leadership up to take a picture because we're actually going to cut the ribbon. So if the elected officials and P33, Gary Comer, Sean, Deputy Mayor Lori Lipson, the mayor, please, if you can all move towards the front door. This whole front row, please, Shuri. We're gonna get some giant scissors out and a ribbon.